Good morning, everybody in Canada, United States, Latin America. All our brothers and sisters, those are in different parts of Canada. I know you join us from Canada, USA, as well as from Latin America, different countries every morning, going for your jog, going for your morning walk, or your cup of tea or coffee. Keep enjoying that. Keep taking care of your health as well as your wellness. And a very warm welcome to yet another powerful program, Ayurveda for the Global Wellness Today, which is a ninth program in the series. And as far as our Making Education Relevant is concerned, this is the 40th program which is being telecast this evening from India. So, while welcoming everybody from Canada, America, Latin America, let me just move on to the Europe. I'm sure you all must have enjoyed your lunch, wonderful, sumptuous lunch, but eat carefully, eat organic, eat vegetarian, try and take care of yourself the best possible way. Try and look after yourself, your health, because if your health is fine, the whole world is fine. The world look towards you, and you can look towards world only when you're happy, and you can be happy only when you're healthy, and you can be healthy when you have a mental wellness and a physical wellness. Music therapy also, I hope you're enjoying. I always tell you, listen to romantic song, listen to beautiful old duets, whatever we have got. You might have gone abroad as a 30 million, my brothers and sisters, non-resident Indians, along with the natives of those countries, but still you can enjoy your beautiful melodies of 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Of course, now the millennials have also come and they enjoy something like what we have got, the latest music. Okay, so coming from Canada to America to Latin America to Europe, let me a little move further. I come to Central Asia. I extend a very hearty welcome to all my brothers and sisters in Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, wherever you are. We extend you a very warm welcome to be a part of this particular program. I move further to Middle East. Yes, we are joined by people from Doha, Qatar. We are joined from Oman. We come people from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, wherever you are. We are grateful to you. You're wonderful people. People come from Iran. They come from Iraq. They come from Saudi Arabia. They come from Middle East, other parts of the countries. Hearty welcome to all of you for enjoying this particular webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me come to India. भारत में आऊंगा तो नमस्कार आप सब लोगों का आज की शाम स्वागत है इस प्रोग्राम में हमारी सीरीज में जो आयुर्वेदा फॉर ग्लोबल वेलनेस का आज नवा प्रोग्राम है लेकिन हमारी जो कॉन्टिन्यूस सीरीज है जिसमें मंडे टू फ्राइडे आप करते हैं मेकिंग एजुकेशन रेलेवेंट जहां पर ग्लोबल कॉन्फ्लुएंस फॉर एजुकेटर्स एंड मोटिवेटर्स का है और सैटरडे को हम बातचीत करते हैं आयुर्वेदा की ग्लोबल वेलनेस की योगा मेडिटेशन नेचुरोपैथी न्यूट्रिशन ऑर्गेनिक whatever good you can eat and whatever pleasant you can think इन सब लोगों की सामग्री से इस हमन कुंड में बहुत सारे आयुर्वेदा के लोग हैं होम्योपैथ हैं यूनानी के हैं और बाकी जितनी पैथीज के लोग हैं वो सबको इकट्ठे एक मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष का प्रयास है आप लोग स्वस्थ रहें आप लोग तंदुरुस्त रहें मानसिक रूप से भी और शारीरिक रूप से भी Let me move from India further and I take you to a beautiful arena because I know every evening my president joins me from Bangkok and hearty welcome to my president of International Chamber for Service Industry. We also extend a very hearty welcome from Malaysia to Dato Ramesh Kodamalji, who is the co-chairman of Indo-ASEAN Business Council. We also extend a very hearty welcome to Mr. Naresh, Mr. Pandey. Mr. Naresh is the president of the Indo-Myanmar Chamber of Commerce. We extend a hearty welcome to Mr. Majumdar, who is a president of Indo-Cambodian Chamber of Commerce. My friends from Laos, those are from Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, Singapore, Karan Singh Chakralji, extending you a very warm welcome along with your team, along with your watch party, along with your all Facebook friends. And of course, how can I forget Madam Geeta Chopra and her husband Rajneesh? You join us from Bahrain every day. We are so grateful to you. So ladies and gentlemen, people, those are in Australia, New Zealand, let them dream about Ayurveda. Let them feel about Ayurveda while sleeping. Of course, Australia, Fiji, and New Zealand people are enjoying over there in the middle of the night. Let me just come back and talk about the whole world as a global pandemic when we all are passing through a very difficult times. We know, but I hope you are taking care of yourself. Please look after yourself. That something is very important. Our chamber, International Chamber for Service Industry, which is a link between government, corporate, and non-resident Indians world over. We are focusing on health and wellness this evening. Of course, Monday to Friday, we focus on making education relevant, where the world educators, world motivators, they all come on a common platform. So this evening, all my brothers and sisters from world over, we are going to talk about wellness and we are going to talk about positivity. We are going to talk about your good health and your good living, and of course, holistic living when we talk about Namo Gange, a journey to the healthy world. And their major objectives is health and wellness, nature and environment, Kala and Sanskriti, women empowerment. Anshul Agrawal ji, the CEO of this organization, is helping us a lot. So great welcome to Namo Gange also. Thanks for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday to Friday, when we talk about making education relevant, I will not get into the details today about it because today we are focusing more on the wellness part. So let me just remain there only. But just for your information, those who have joined us today, Monday to Friday, same time, 7 to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. You can join us wherever you are world over. And you can also meet us live on the Facebook, Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page. Open your watch party. Knowledge is to be shared. The competencies has to be shared. Skills have to be shared. Let's empower the entire family. That is a global family when I talk. Because Indian philosophy is Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Wherever you are world over, we all are one family and we all should take care of each other. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning, you would be meeting Professor Satinder Dhiman at 9:30 from the Woodbury University, Burbank, California, who will be talking about making education relevant, living a meaningful life, Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in today's education, how Shrimad Bhagavad Gita has got a direct relevance with management education, your science, medical, non-medical, arts, commerce, whatever subject you want to talk about, living a meaningful life, Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in today's education system. Tomorrow morning, you are seeing that at 9:30 and enjoying. Tomorrow evening, we will be taking care of all the 10 countries partnership, India ASEAN webinar series, Sunday, 5th of July, tomorrow evening, under the leadership of Datoji Ramesh Kodamalji. You will enjoy and you will have a wonderful panel discussion, India ASEAN relationship further. Next Saturday, every Saturday, we talk to you on Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Every Saturday morning, 9:30 to 10:15, 10:30, sometimes spill over to 11 o'clock also. Today we finished at 11:20. So we talk a lot about the relevance of Buddha's teaching in today's education under the dynamic leadership of International Buddhist Confederation Secretary General, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya ji. And that's what is the confluence of Buddhists from the world over. They are the part of it. 15th of July is going to be a very, very important day. It's a World Youth Skills Day. Ultimately, it's a youth. It's a youth empowerment strategies. So 15th of July to 15th of August, what does youth want? This series we are bringing to you, and that will be every evening from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, because Saturday, again, we will be talking about wellness. Last 2.5 months, our chamber, world over, all our presidents, advisors, our collaborators, and people, those are associated with our chamber world over in different countries, whatever inferences and inputs they have given to us, this is the triangle which has been drawn, and that is the futuristic living ecosystem when we talk about what is that holistic living. The B2B will be no more business to business. It will be termed as back to basics. You got to get back to the basics of life. Food, organic food, agriculture, animal husbandry. अपने घर के आसपास आपको ऑर्गेनिक खेती करनी है, आपको उस चीज की फसल उगानी है, उस सब्जियां उगानी है जिससे आपका निर्वाह हो सके, आपका जीवन आगे चल सके। अच्छा शुद्ध भोजन करना है। My all brothers and sisters, I take liberty to talk in English language also, because people, those are native of different countries, when they join this program, look at me. I'm at the age of 70. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a teetotaler. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I sleep at 9:30. This routine I have maintained. I'm always having a positive dopamine in my life. I listen to music when I'm having my food. My mother, my wife, my children, all of us together, only positivity, positivity, and positivity. You require less of medicines in life if you are positive. Think positive, talk positive, walk positive, and listen to music as much as you can. No sad songs. मुकेश का गाना नहीं सुनना है आपको। मोहम्मद रफी का, महेंद्र कपूर का, अरिजीत सिंह का, जिसके भी अच्छे लगते हैं। आजकल वो जो रैप म्यूजिक आता है वो भी सुनिए, लेकिन वो सुनिए और उसके साथ साथ डांस की थेरेपी है। डांस एंड म्यूजिक, दे कैन कीप यू यंग, दे कैन कीप यू एनर्जेटिक, दे कैन कीप यू हैप्पी। जिस दिन बारिश होती है और मैं सुबह बाहर नहीं जा सकता, उस दिन मैं लाउडर म्यूजिक चला के अपने कमरे में सुबह डांस करता हूँ अकेला, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट टू रिमेन हैप्पी। एंड इफ आई एम हैप्पी, the universe is happy. If I'm happy, the world is happy. And that you have to follow each day. That is something very important. After food, we come to health, herbal, and happiness. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen. You must go through a couple of books which are there on mental robustness, mental toughness. If mentally you are strong, no disease will come to you. You got to be mentally fit. Always be energetic. Never think about it. Think about, of course, there are different parts in Japan: Sapporo, Hokkaido, Kobe, Kyoto, Fukuoka, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Yokohama, Tokyo. So many places are there. And there is place called Okinawa. And think about Okinawa. And what these Okinawa people do. Nobody is less than 100 years of age. Rest I don't want to discuss. Watch it on the YouTube. Nowadays we all are making digital. Third part is education is now going to be digital. Make optimum use of everything. Sustainable development of the world, and B2B is back to basics of life. Survival, Jivan Nirvaha, Atam Nirbharta. Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has already conveyed Atam Nirbharta, self-dependence, and from the global to local, and local to just home. And that's the way we got to think about it. Now, we started this entire journey on 5th of June, World Environment Day, because the next crisis world is going to face is a water crisis. जो जल संरक्षण है उसकी बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है पूरे वर्ल्ड में। और इस समय सबको समझना होगा, बच्चे घर पे हैं, पेरेंट्स बच्चों को बताइए कि पानी कैसे बचाना है, पानी की एक एक बूंद कीमती है। दैट इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। एंड लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, मस्तिष्क की सारी गरारियां चल रही हैं, और मस्तिष्क की जो सारी गरारियां चल रही हैं, ये सब आपको पॉजिटिविटी की तरफ को लेके जाती हैं। और आज की शाम, बिफोर आई कॉल माय योद्धास, because all the doctors, nurses, paramedical, and everybody whosoever is in the ecosystem of the world in health and wellness, they are warriors, they are great souls. और जो व्हाइट कोट में घूम रहे हैं वो सारे गॉड और गॉडेसेस ही हैं, क्योंकि वो सफेद कपड़े पहन के नीचे यहाँ पर आ गए हैं आप लोगों की रक्षा करने के लिए। सो बेसिकली दे आर गॉड्स मैसेंजर्स तो हैं ही हैं, वो खुद भी गॉड और गॉडेसेस हैं। So this evening I'll have 5 celebrities with you. But before that, this is the last slide I want to share with you before I introduce my distinguished guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, ये बहुत निचोड़ की बात है। Whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Start thinking, start believing, start conceiving positivity and positive ideas. और जब आप सोच लेंगे, क्योंकि हमने 15 अगस्त तक, इंडिया के इंडिपेंडेंस डे तक 10 लाख लोगों को पूरे वर्ल्ड से जो एजुकेशन की फ्रेटर्निटी, हेल्थ और वेलनेस में जुड़े हुए हैं, उनको इस प्लेटफॉर्म में अपने साथ जोड़ देना है। 10 lakh people are going to be the part of this particular webinar series. Let's come together for the global empowerment. And we have given the website over here, International Chamber for Service Industry. Should you wish to become a panelist or you want to give suggestion, you can send your email at innovation@icsi.asia. You want to send a WhatsApp, both the numbers are given over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, from here, I'm going to introduce to you my 5 celebrities this evening. जिनको बोलते हैं पांच प्यारे पांच प्यारियां. That is 5 of them together this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, my children, my brothers and sisters, and my fellow human being, those are doing wonders on this particular planet. I introduce 5 Yodhas, 5 warriors from the health and wellness industry this evening to you. And here comes the first one, Dr. Anurag Singh. He's the founder and mentor, Indian Diabetes Clinic. He has been a consultant to various multinational stem cell therapy companies with a core specialization in the reversal of liver cirrhosis and reversal of diabetes. Indian Diabetes Clinic.com has done path reading original work in the reversal on both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. A very hearty welcome to him. A very hearty welcome to Dr. Anurag Singh. Indian Diabetes Clinic.com has done path reading original work. He has the distinction of the reversal of a large number of patients of diabetes in which they have eventually, when you talk about, ladies and gentlemen, he has the distinction of the reversal of a large number of patients of diabetes in which they have eventually stopped all medicines. Of special mention is that approximately 50% of his patients are doctors themselves. He continues to be involved in a multi-pathy approach in the reversal of the autoimmune and chronic diseases. A very hearty welcome to Dr. Anurag Singh. He's my first warrior this evening, ladies and gentlemen. With him, I extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Anjali Sable. She's from Maharashtra. She is at Mumbai, founder director, Melargo Clinical Research. She has an extensive experience of managing and coordinating multi-center international clinic projects and cross-functional project team. This includes 17 years of healthcare industry with 7 years in the clinical project management. She has served as a faculty for various clinical research training institute programs across various organizations. We extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Anjali Sable. Ladies and gentlemen, we have also been joined by Dr. Preeti Chhabra. She's an senior Ayurvedic consultant at Sir Gangaram Hospital, Delhi. She's an Ayurvedic consultant practicing for the last 28 years. She specializes in Panchkarma therapies, Agni Karma, and Jaloka Avcharan, that is leech therapy. She has been recognized as an Ayurvedic expert in WHO-based school health programs in CCRY&N, that stands for Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Dr. Preeti Chhabra, a very hearty welcome to you this evening. We have also been joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Madam Shrila Pillai Roy. She's an amalgamation of a true Indian. She is carrying a name of Pillai that comes from Kerala. She is Roy, she writes, that means West Bengal. So a wonderful combination, promoting national integration. A master's in economics and a banker for 15 years. She quit her job to assist in her intergenerational family business in agriculture. Founded the company Organic Orchards in the year 2018 to build a brand promoting sustainable skincare with a focus on using traditional ingredients. Teamed up with the best biochemists and Ayurveda professionals and brought out the first no palm oil brand in India, Urvija. No palm oil. This is important. I would request the lady to basically emphasize on that. The effort and initiative provides economic empowerment to women in the rural areas. That's commendable. Various chambers and state governments recognized her efforts and bestowed the coveted award for innovation and business acceleration in 2019 to the company. A very hearty welcome to Mrs. Roy. We have also been joined by a very handsome, he's looking very handsome in photograph also, Mr. Nikhil Maheshwari, Director of Operation, Maheshwari Pharmaceutical India Limited. Nikhil Maheshwari is an engineer by the virtue of his degree. He has joined the legacy of his family business. Nikhil has a hardworking spirit and an enthusiasm about the holistic healing process of Ayurveda. He has taken the company global with a presence in India and European markets. Also, they are in US, Canada, and a couple of other places, and wants to spread the wings of the company as far as they can stretch. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, like it happens in the film celebrities, and the Honorable Prime Minister of India also had been telling right from the month of March, ताली बजाइए, थाली बजाइए, balcony में आइए, बाहर आइए, घंटी बजाइए, कुछ भी बजाइए, लेकिन इन वॉरियर्स का स्वागत कीजिए और इन वॉरियर्स को रिकॉग्नाइज कीजिए। और आपको वो भी याद होगा, रात के 9 बजे 9 मिनट के लिए कैंडल जलाइए, दिया जलाइए, टॉर्च जलाइए, अपने मोबाइल की रोशनी से कीजिए। इन वॉरियर्स को हमको रिकॉग्नाइज करना है। They are wonderful people. We extend a very hearty welcome this evening, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry and my friend to whom I like. He's a very handsome boy, Anshul Agarwal ji. I hope his wife won't mind that I'm calling him a boy, but that's the way I got to take it. At the age of 70, I can take certain liberties. And I extend a very hearty welcome, and we start with, I have to tell, one of the most handsome Dr. Anurag Singh this evening. And there is a little mystery also. Over here in his name, you will find Dr. Anurag Singh, but in his CV, you will find ANURAAG, because that is his wife wants. So I told him, listen to your wife if you want to be happy at home. So with these words, Dr. Anurag Singh.
Thank you so much, sir. And yeah, so I'll quickly speak about diabetes reversal. I have had tremendous experience in reversal of both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And I'll quickly run over the process that we do at India Diabetes Clinic. So basically, there are only two biochemical causes of diabetes. Either there is a less insulin production, or we see that there is increased insulin resistance. So, so in less insulin production, so any cause of diabetes that is there, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's diet, whether it's type 1 autoimmune, whether it's an accident or an infection, we need to address. We need to increase the production of insulin by increasing the regeneration of beta cells, and we need to make the insulin more efficient. So at India Diabetes Clinic, we look at three aspects of diabetes reversal. And in order of importance, I would say that the first and the most important aspect is the happiness index. You know, school में बच्चे का टिफिन उसके बेस्ट फ्रेंड की जगह उसके दूसरे sort of a person who's not happy with him उसने ले लिया, मेरी वाइफ के साथ मेरा झगड़ा हो गया, ऑफिस के अंदर मेरे बॉस ने मुझे डांट दिया, या मेरे कॉलीग ने मेरे हार्डवर्क का क्रेडिट ले लिया। स्ट्रेस होता है, स्ट्रेस से कॉर्टिसोल बढ़ते हैं, कॉर्टिसोल से शुगर स्ट्रेट शूट अप। So maintaining, how many of us actually take it as a serious priority to be happy in life? Going out for a walk in the garden without shoes and slippers, things like this, small things can substantially increase happiness index. So we need to work on a focused manner on our happiness index. And the second important part for diabetes reversal after happiness index is diet management. And I'm using the word management here. I'm not using dieting, and I'm not saying low carb. I'm just saying low glucose. There is so much else to carb other than glucose. We'll have a look at that later. And thirdly, and the most important component is the medicine, a medicine which can regenerate both the beta cells in the pancreas, and it can make the insulin more efficient. That is, reduce the insulin resistance. So we look at the main diet strategy for diabetics that we advocate. We advocate a low glucose, which is a fiber-rich diet. Fat should be mild to moderate, and proteins normal. In the red boxes, you'll see the main highlights of the diet regimen that any diabetic can follow and should follow. and that is shift 50 to 60% of the carbs from glucose to fructose-based carbs. That means like fruits in the morning and stuff like that. And second, post lunch to next day breakfast, be on low or no glucose-based carbs. Does not mean that we can't have carbs. We can have apples, we can have pears, we can have some other select foods and fruits, and obviously we can have a lot of protein and some fat also. We'll quickly look at these things in future. About the medicine, there are two things that I said. There are two biochemical causes of diabetes, less insulin production and insulin resistance. So let's see how our medicine will address these two issues. So this is a page from the National Institute of Health, which is the premium research body of the US government. And what does it say about one herb? This herb called Gymnema sylvester in India, which we call Gurmar, increases regeneration of pancreatic islet cells. Regeneration of pancreatic islet cells. These are the cells that produce insulin. So if you have a medically potent, pure variety of this herb, you will be able to cause enhanced enzyme-mediated uptake of glucose. That means do the same work as insulin. So besides the fact, so this herb, for example, and this is not what I am saying, this is what the US government is saying and publishing it online. So we are able to use through various Ayurveda formulations, we are able to regenerate the beta cells in the pancreas and cause an increased insulin production. And the second biochemical cause of diabetes was a reduction in the efficiency of insulin, that is insulin resistance. And for example, we're looking at the page of another herb, and what does the US government have to say about it? This herb known as curcumin favorably affects most of the leading aspects of diabetes, including insulin resistance, high blood sugar, hyperglycemia, high lipid profile, and in type 1 diabetics, it causes a favorable effect on islet apoptosis and necrosis. That means the cell death of the beta cells that produce insulin, it prevents that. So having said that, let's see what so these are case studies of a type 1 diabetic. At India Diabetes Clinic, we regularly monitor how much insulin is being produced in the body by doing C-peptide measurements. So these are the levels and snapshots of reports of a patient of type 1 diabetic. He was a class 10 boy who was on insulin pump for 2 years. And in August 2017, his C-peptide was 0.6. His treatment started in November. So this is the report for that. In Feb, in 3 months itself, in Feb, his C-peptide increased from 0.6 to 0.9. In June, 1.43. In October the next year, it was absolutely normal, 2.75. Using just pure Ayurveda formulations, we were able to increase the insulin production in his body. In 8 days, he was off the insulin pump. It has been over 2.5 years now. He's on a normal diet, normal blood sugars, no insulin. Our medicine has stopped and he's leading an absolutely normal life. In fact, he was to give the JEE entrance exam this year, but due to the lockdown, things have slightly changed. And this is the example of benefit of our formulation on the HbA1c reduction in a type 2 diabetic. In December 2018, this patient had 11.8, January 8, March it was 6.0, and in May 5.6. So these are reports, and there are hundreds of patients like this. So eventually, so this is a short video of a patient jiske bare mein I was talking about earlier. So let's see what, this is the mother of that type 1 diabetic.
Hello everyone, my name is Ekta and I am from Kota, Rajasthan. My son Kartik is a type 1 diabetic since past 2.5 years. Like all type 1 diabetics, he was on insulin injections in the starting and later on he started using insulin pump. After 1.5 years, we got to know about Dr. Anurag and we came to meet him in Delhi. After 8 days of starting his protocol of diet and medicine, my son did not need any injectable insulin. He stopped using his insulin pump. It has been 13 months now and he has not needed any injectable insulin. 3 things have really boosted my confidence. Number 1, his injectable insulin has completely stopped. Number 2, his C-peptide has improved a lot, that is from 0.60 to 2.75. Being a type 1 diabetic, this is a proof that my son's pancreas is producing more insulin now. And number 3, his Ayurvedic dose of medicine has also reduced over 80%. So, being a mother, I am very happy that my son's sufferings have really reduced. And I am thankful to God and I am thankful to Dr. Anurag.
And this is the, now this particular lady, her mother was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And let me share that she's a doctor. She's a pathology professor in Mewat Medical College. So she had approached me for her mother's diabetes treatment.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Pooja Sharma and I'm working as an associate professor in Department of Pathology at Mewat Medical College. My mother, who is around 68 years old, was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus last year. Her fasting sugar levels were around 300 mg at that time and clinician advised to start with insulin injections immediately. This came as a complete shock to all of us in the family. But fortunately, we got to know about Dr. Anurag's diabetes treatment protocol through some friends. We met him and immediately started with his medicines and recommended diet schedule. Within 15 days, her sugar levels came back to the normal range. Thank God we met him, and on his advice only, my mother was saved from suffering of taking daily insulin injections. It has been a year now, and her sugar levels and all other biochemical parameters are absolutely fine. And all of us in our family are very much relieved and happy with this.
So, to summate, I would like to say that there are hundreds of patients, and in fact, majority of our patients are doctors who are diabetic themselves. And we're using all sorts of scientific protocols to do a regular assessment of how much insulin is being produced by the pancreas and what is the insulin level, what is the insulin resistance index, and we measure them every quarter. So besides just doing HbA1c and fasting and TP sugars, we're doing various tests on a regular basis. And the idea of reversal is not just keeping your HbA1c and blood sugar in control. The idea of reversal is basically to reduce first allopathic medicines. In the second stage, make your diet to a normal non-diabetic diet. And in the third stage, which is actually overlapping with the second phase, to reduce the dose of our formulations as well. And our formulations are totally based on the research done by the NIH, which is the leading research body of the US government. And as a result of it, in the third phase, even our medicine stopped. So eventually there are many patients, hundreds of patients who have stopped all medicines, and keeping a healthy life, they are able to maintain their sugar levels and their HbA1c in control. So please do look forward to collaborate with us. And if there are any diabetes patients out there, doctors, non-medicos, anyone, so please do reach out. Diabetes is not a curse or not a problem at all. We just need to understand patient education is the key. There are no diet restrictions, just when to eat, what to eat, in what portions to eat. The idea is to understand the science behind, educate ourselves and understand the science behind what is happening in our body. So that's the key to success. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anurag Singh ji. There are lots of questions which I'll take later on because people have poured in so many questions on this. This is one of the serious issues and serious problems world over. Let me now extend a very warm invitation to Dr. Anjali Sable, and let's talk about your clinical research. Dr. Anjali Sable, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm working for clinical research for last 14 years. So we are currently working for Ayurvedic clinical trial. Many years back, we started working clinical trials for allopathy sector only. Then many of the pharmaceutical manufacturers, Ayurvedic pharmaceutical manufacturers came to us asking for the marketing authorization. So actually, when we want to market our product in other countries like US, North America, Latin America, or even in Europe, we need some marketing authorization there. And for that, you have to provide with the evidences. So conducting clinical trials for Ayurvedic pharmaceutical products and homeopathic pharmaceutical products, we can actually go for the marketing authorization there. So we are actually providing clinical trial solution here for Ayurvedic pharmaceutical companies, where we have currently guidelines, very set guidelines from our Indian government, then ICMR, Indian GCP, we have ICGCP guidelines, We have Central Council for Research for Ayurvedic Sciences, where they have set the guidelines, and we are using these guidelines. We prepare protocols that will be readily acceptable by all the countries. We have their guidelines, and we conduct clinical trials accordingly, where the data will be easily acceptable. Because whenever we go with our Ayurvedic products, we know that we have results for the Ayurvedic medicines, but then when you go to the other countries, they actually require the evidences. So we need to provide with the evidences. As we do for allopathy medicines, we do the safety checks, we do the efficacy checks for all the medicines. Similar way, we do it for Ayurvedic medicines. We check for the safety of that products. We check for the efficacy of products, and we do it all the in proper way in all the phases. We take the regulatory approvals. We properly plan the clinical trials, create the protocols. We do the clinical trials single arm clinical trials, double arm, crossover clinical studies, blinded clinical studies. Then we do the black box clinical studies, and this way we are providing the evidences for our medicines. Not only medicines, even we can go for the therapies, the Ayurvedic therapies, which we can bring it out to the other countries, and even to the people who actually want the treatments, medicines from Ayurveda. So for this purpose, we are conducting clinical trials. Here we are using interdisciplinary approach while creating the protocols, and while conducting the clinical trials. We are combining all the approaches to make it like readily acceptable for by all. So this way we are conducting clinical trials. So like even selecting the patients, we are using parameters which are laid by the modern medicine, and while enrolling the patients, we are using the Ayurvedic criteria also, like Prakruti Parikshan, and even all the other criteria we are using there. And this way we are using multidisciplinary approach to conduct the clinical trials.
Thank you,
Hello.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks
Thank
a
you so
lot.
much.
Very kind of you. Thank you, Anjali
Okay.
ma'am. Could we request now Dr. Preeti Chhabra? Dr. Preeti Chhabra, please.
Yes, sir.
Hearty welcome to Dr. Preeti Chhabra.
Thank you
And
very
thank
much,
you very
sir.
much to Dr. Anjali. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir, and greetings of the day to all the participants who are hooked up here to listen all about wellness. Today, I'm going to talk about a very burning topic, which is related to the process of aging, which we all have to pass through in life. This is osteoporosis and management of arthritis. How do we do that with Ayurveda? I'm going to throw a little bit light on this. We all know osteoporosis is a stikshay, with what we call in Ayurveda. This is the condition wherein the bones become porous over a period of time. As we grow old, as the aging process sets in, the skeletal system also, gets a little weak. So osteoporosis, we all know, is the weakness of bones due to loss of calcium, whereby the bones become fragile. And we've all often been hearing how the elderly population, just on slip in a bathroom or just by the forced sitting or standing for long duration, they suffer from fractures, causing a lot of pain and disability. Osteoporosis, I would like to stress upon that it is preventable, but it may progress for long without any symptoms for years together. So this needs a lot of attention. In India, I would say approximately 31 million people suffer from osteoporosis as on date, and it's more common in older people. 80% people in India are with osteoporosis are women. One in every four women and one in every four men and one in every two women over the age of 50 are likely to break their bones in their lifetime due to osteoporosis. Now, little facts about calcium. We all know this is a structural component of the skeletal system and teeth. Calcium in bones helps to maintain the levels of the plasma in face of calcium deficiency. Most important is that the body doesn't store calcium, so it is very important to ensure an adequate daily intake of calcium. And calcium requirement is more in children than in adults. Pregnancy and lactation stages need more maximum amount of calcium. This is the structure of the bone. We all can easily relate to it. The bone matrix, which is very strong and firmly, tightly built up in early stages of life, it tends to become more and more porous as we grow old. So calcium deficiency could be because of decreased intake or increased uptake by the body. This is a small picture where the calcium intake is equal to the calcium removal. And in an osteoporotic bone where calcium intake is less than the calcium removed. So risk factors are gender, women are more prone, age, it increases with age, small and thin women are at a greater risk. Family history, it has a tendency to run in the family. Low estrogen levels due to menopause and low testosterone level in males also promote osteoporosis. Certain medications, for example, steroids, they also tend to cause osteoporosis. Lack of exercise and long-term bed rest can also cause weak bones and osteoporosis. Smoking and alcohol also lower the bone density. Now, sources of calcium, it's very important to know these and follow the protocol, because as I told, calcium is not stored in the body. This is we have to ensure that regular intake of calcium rich diet is ensured in our daily routine. So animal foods, if we talk about buttermilk, skim milk, cheese are good sources of calcium. Plant foods, green leafy vegetables, tomatoes, amaranth, fenugreek, drumstick leaves, and millets like ragi, they're also a good source of calcium. So we must ensure that we have daily we have to include sources of calcium in our daily routine, in our daily dietary composition. It may be notified that rice is a poor source of calcium. So calcium deficiency is more conspicuous in people who are rice eaters per se. An interesting fact, in rural India per se, there's a practice of chewing betel leaves with slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide, by expectant mothers several times a day. So this is just tuna, which we call, and this is given in betel leaves. This is a fact. This fact has a scientific basis. Calcium thus ingested is utilized by the body more efficiently. So this is a traditional practice wherein rural women chew betel leaves, which contains lime. Now, Ayurvedic supplements of calcium, we have Praval, Panchuk. These are a little technical names. I'll just explain one by one. Praval is a weed. It's a seaweed which is processed into a medicinal, composition by various Ayurvedic pharmaceutical procedures, and this is very good source of calcium. Then Supari Pak, Narikelavan, this is made out of coconut and salt. Godanti Bhasm again it's also a mineral, mineral composition. It has a mineral composition. Kukutan Twak is made out of the egg shells. This is also a very natural and very good source of calcium. Tankan is alum, and then Shank is the conch. Conch, which we get from the sea and ocean. These conchs are processed into medicines and they are used as a very good source of calcium. Then shring, which is banned these days. Shring is these are the horns of animals, which are again a very good source of calcium. These are also a part of medicament in Ayurveda. Now, treatment of osteoporosis, we all know it's a balanced diet, which is most important, which is rich in calcium and vitamin D. A regular exercise plan. People who don't exercise tend to get osteoporotic bones. A healthy lifestyle, medications if necessary. And then we move on to arthritis, which is Sandhivat, as we address it in Ayurveda. Arthritis can also be a sequel of osteoporosis, but this is the most common degenerative condition which we encounter. Every one of us encounters joint pain once in a lifetime. It is a general term for conditions that affect the joints and the surrounding tissue. And there are basically two commonest types of arthritis. One is osteoarthritis or the degenerative arthritis, which is addressed as Sandhivat in Ayurveda. It is a painful degenerative joint disease, most commonly affecting the hips, the knee joints, the neck, lower back, and small joints. And it could also be represented by injury by repeated overuse of the joint. Here, the joint flexibility is reduced. The second most commonest type is the rheumatoid arthritis, which we called Amvat in Ayurveda. It is an autoimmune inflammatory disease. affecting small joints per se, the fingers, the thumbs, wrists, elbows, knees, and the ankles. The pain and stiffness, swelling, malformation, and reduced functions are the cardinal features of this type of arthritis. This is a small picture to depict a normal joint, wherein the muscle, bones, synovial membrane, synovial fluid, everything is intact. The joint capsule is perfectly in position, and the cartilage is also not denuded. This is the condition of osteoarthritis, where we see there is erosion of the bone and the cartilage is thin. There is friction in the joint, which causes pain and swelling of the joint. Again, this is a picture depicting rheumatoid arthritis. We can appreciate the erosion of the bone. This is eroded bone, and there is swelling in the synovial membrane, which is the membrane covering the joint space. And this is a typical picture of rheumatoid arthritis, where you can see the swan neck deformity, the spindle-shaped fingers, and everything is disfigured here. The X-ray also reveals this inflamed synovial fluid, which is the fluid present in between the joints. Now, the signs and symptoms of osteoarthritis: it's slow developing joint pain following use of the joint. Stiffness is of less than 15 minutes duration. Joint enlargement, you can appreciate the Haberdin's nodes and the distal interphalangeal joints. There is decreased range of motion, tenderness associated with synovitis is there. In osteoarthritis of the spine, there is radiating pain and stiffness due to compression of the nerve roots. Now, there are multifactorial influences of arthritis. It could be biomechanical, biochemical, inflammatory, and immunological. You have to address these issues if they are isolated. The risk factors of osteoarthritis are age above 50 years, obesity, prolonged occupational sports stress, injury to the joint, any anatomical abnormalities like congenital hip dysplasia, sepsis or septic arthritis like tuberculosis. Then how do we manage arthritis? This is most important. Reassurance is one component. Weight reduction is the very important second component. You have to advise the patient to reduce weight if he or she is obese. Quadriceps strengthening exercises, protect a joint from overuse, and analgesics. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, immunosuppressants. This is how we approach a patient of arthritis. Immunosuppressants, corticosteroid therapy, then surgery, which is the last resort. Of course, joint replacement is the ultimate resort. Now, very important, as we always say in Ayurveda, Patya Sati Gardastaste Kim Aushad Nishevani, Patya Sati Gardaste Kim Aushad Nishevani. And this has been very rightly pointed out by Hippocrates also: let food be the medicine. And there's a Chinese proverb which says that he that takes medicine and neglects nutrition wastes the skill of the physician. So it's very important to go for the recommended diet. Now, joints disorders, the herbs which are beneficial in joint disorders are Gugul, Chalaki, Ashwagandha, Amalki, which is the Indian gooseberry, Gokshru, which is a very good rejuvenator, and Rasayan, Guduchi, we all know, Tinospora cardifolia, again a very good Rasayan or a rejuvenator, which is being endorsed by Ministry of Ayush also in this COVID times. Nilgundi, Shunti, which is dry ginger powder, Shigru, which is moringa, and all these drugs have anti-inflammatory, immunostimulant, and antioxidant effects. These should be included in our day-to-day life. Arthritis sufferers resort to a life dependent on painkillers to rescue them from long-term side effects. Polyherbomineral formulations and specific Panchadharma modalities can be advocated to handcuff this disease. These are times-tested modalities over ages, and these are very, very effective. These are few medications, the combinations which are very technical. I'm just going to rush through this slide. These are the Gugul Kalps and the Rasayan Yogas, which are very, very useful in patients of arthritis. I would like to talk more about the home remedies. These are the kashayas or the decoctions. This is a mode delivery drug delivery system wherein decoctions are processed and administered, and these have really, really good results. Maharasana, the Dashmurasana, Saptak, these are all technical terms. And of course, there are few tablets also very good, and oils for massage. These are also very good to handcuff the pain, the swelling, and of course, the arrest the degeneration process and improve the synovial fluid also. Now we have various panchakarma therapies: oleation therapy, wet sedation therapy, dry sedation therapy, then sedation with bolus of herbs, and purgation therapy. These are the detoxification and rejuvenating therapies, which help a great deal to check the osteoarthritis conditions. Now these are the few home remedies which I isolated. 1 spoon of lemon juice with 1 spoon of garlic juice and 2 teas of water twice morning and evening. Use of fenugreek seeds as vegetable, and fenugreek leaves also. Sage and moringa as vegetable. Its flowers and pods are used widely in India. Poultices prepared from raw potatoes have very good anti-inflammatory and are a very good energetic effect. Use of dried dates, licking 12 grams of ash of burnt wheat in an equal amount of honey. Bake a roti of wheat flour. On one side, apply sesame oil and tie the roti on the painful part. This also has a very good pain relieving effect. Grind kernels of seeds of castor plant in milk and drink it. And this takes care of your backache. Ginger juice mixed with clarified butter also relieves backache to a large extent. Oral intake and local application of turmeric checks pains and swelling to a large extent. And use of garlic in moderation also helps. To sum up, osteoporosis and arthritis can be effectively checked by adequate dietary modifications and maintaining an active lifestyle. Lastly, a quote from Upanishads which says, Charveti, Charveti, keep moving and keep moving. Charveti Madhu Vidanti, that is, only the one who keeps moving knows the sweetness of life. If you stop, you know, that is premature death. Thank you all for your patient hearing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Preeti Chabra. A lot of questions are coming for you also. I will give a time to Dr. Anurag. You got to be ready because there are 400 plus people. They want to know about diet and lifestyle, how it helps in the diabetes. And Dr. Preeti Chabra, you have got 400 plus once again queries from the world over. You have shown the list of herbs. They say whether all the herbs to be taken by everybody, or it is so difficult to remember all those herbs and to take those herbs. Don't give such a long list. They are interested. Give one small pill and do let us know. And secondly, when you talk about calcium, a lot of people are talking about when you mention the osteoarthritis, and they say rheumatic arthritis. When we are talking about people are having difficulty in getting up and sitting, that means when they get up, they have a problem. When they sit, they have a problem. And while having their food, they have a problem. They can't sit on floor. And there are a couple of things from Latin America. Those are writing to me that please ask the lady that as the age advances, lot of ladies, they have a problem, particularly with this osteo, with their knee, kneecaps and everything related to that. Over there in that portion, is it because of the climatic condition? Is it because of, so be ready with the remedy, but don't give a long list. That list is so difficult to remember, and people say हमको तुरंत इलाज चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसा इलाज चाहिए जिसके अंदर एक गोली लो और ठीक हो जाओ. और खाने के लिए they want to know everything, quite a bit on it. People are taking, इसके अंदर 3-4 लोगों का आया है कि हम टर्मरिक ले रहे हैं, जिंजर ले रहे हैं. There are a lot of questions for that, and people are asking, and people are, so at the end we will work on that and we will take it on. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Let me now, ladies and gentlemen, take you to Kerala. Let me take you to West Bengal, and let me take you to the national integration. Madam Srila Pillai Roy. She was, I think, earlier as a banker, and then she shifted this side. So let's listen to and let's get her experiences. Mrs. Srila Pillai Roy. Ma'am, hearty welcome to you. Please go ahead. Are you there, ma'am? Hello?
Yes, I'm just unmuting myself, so just a second.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
So I hope I'm audible, and a very happy evening, and huge thanks to the organizers of the webinar for selecting such a relevant topic today. Our top of the mind thinking for today's webinar also, it's the wellness and of course Ayurveda and the global wellness for that matter. And thankfully we have this huge number of people from all over the world participating and contributing in this webinar. So when we talk about Ayurveda, necessarily it is not only the wellness for self, but it is the wellness for the environment too. So I'm Srila Pillai Roy, and I started my entrepreneurial journey about a few years back. And I founded the company Organic Orchids Private Limited, which is based in Bengal in 2018. And we have this brand of personal care products called Urvija. So Urvija was born of a deep concern to do something for the environment, for the mother nature, which we know is so badly getting destroyed and ravaged in the name of economic wellness. So the personal care products that we make in our Ayush unit is supposed to be, hopefully, is a fitting reply to this disbalanced understanding of the wellness. So let's take a pause, and now it's a quiz time. So on the screen, we have this creature called a Bornean orangutan with a baby in her lap. So it was the session for wellness and Ayurveda. And how is this orangutan then at all relevant with the concept of Ayurveda? You would be surprised to know, and this is a shocking reality. In front of you, you see a map of Borneo and a timeline from 1950 to 2020. So the surprising fact that I was talking about, that 95% of our personal grooming products that we use, it has palm oil in it in some form or the other. And what's the source of this palm oil? It's mostly the Southeast Asian rainforest. In the name of palm oil cultivation, thousands of acres of forests are getting cleared out. And you can see in the map, it used to be dark, a green patch, and now it's almost white. And when the forests are getting cut and the habitats of the animals, the trees and the floras and faunas, it's completely getting destroyed, and all in the name of, again, economic wellness. So that results few animals to be almost extinct, and now some are extinct also. And orangutan, this uniquely beautiful animal, they are almost now critically endangered. So that brings us to the connection of Ayurveda, which we know as a continuous association with the living and the surrounding environment. Without the environment, we don't survive. And Ayurveda is that balance of mind, body, and spirit. When I feel good within, when I feel beautiful within, only then I can feel and look beautiful, look good, look well without. So, in fact, we also know our ancient scriptures are the wisdoms that we have in our old scriptures like Upanishad. That also, in fact, for that matter, Buddhism also, it underscores the importance of the interconnectedness of life and its environment. And that's what brings Urvija alive. So Urvija has this vision to promote natural, safe, and effective, affordable skincare while building environmental consciousness and support the community in creating a long-term asset for society. So when we have this vision, we in Urvija, we refuse to use the soaps and the shampoos and the creams and you name it, which has palm oil in it. So what did we do? We made one without palm oil or the derivatives in it. This was our effort in striking that harmony between the self and the nature. So if not palm oil, what then? Thankfully, being in India, and that too being in Bengal, we have this bounty of South Bengal deciduous forest, and we have plenty of ingredients there. And what we call as a non-timber forest product, we are also registered with the Indian Board of Biodiversity, where we are using exclusive ingredients like neem, madhuka, kusum, amongst many others. Tulsi and karanj and sal. So these are the ingredients in the purest and the natural form, which is going into our product. So then here comes the fusion of the ancient wisdom from Ayurveda and the excellence of the modern science. with best of research from the biochemistry and the collaboration with the Ayurveda specialist, we bring out the world-class products in the name of Urvija. Few of them I have just put up here. Year 2020 hasn't been a very kind year so far, and we had this unwelcome guest of COVID-19. And as it shows that it's going to stay here for some time. So COVID surely is an unwelcome guest, but at the same time, we also realize that taking care, the focus on personal care, that has increased. Apart from the sanitizers and apart from the other cleaning ingredients that we are talking about, there is an increased focus in terms of a clean and green wellness. And this is actually changing the landscape of the beauty industry. From the luxurious beauty, it is gradually moving to very basic hygiene products. Being in India, of course, globally also in some parts, the pollution, the concern on the pollution that remains and it's rising. And then with the economic downturn, the question of affordability also comes. So we come here with the answer where we also know that the consumer should be given a choice towards shifting ingredients which are clean, natural, and plant-based. And of course, it's they have to demand for quality. So when they demand for quality, they should be getting the best for every penny that is being spent. So in the times of COVID, consumers, they have their decision factors. What are they going to pick up for their personal products? So as I said, that clean and sustainable products. There's an increased awareness for the cruelty-free product, which is good for the environment. And when we think about those poor orangutans and the baby and the number of, I would request that you please go to YouTube and you would be able to watch several such small films on the devastating effect that palm oil cultivation has on the lives. And frankly speaking, it is not to be looked at an issue restricted only to the Southeast Asian rainforest, because as Dr. Sharma in the beginning, he said that, you know, this world, we are a guest in this world and this world is one. And so anything that happens, any debilitating effect in the Southeast Asian rainforest is having a massive, massive impact on the overall environmental balance. So the consumer now, with the increased awareness of the cruelty-free ingredients, they're also looking at potent ingredients, which certainly shouldn't be damaging their skin. They're avoiding allergens with the fear of all this virus and all the pathogens that are there. And of course, they're also looking at products for the sake of convenience and of course, the sustainability in terms of their pocket hole, also multitasking. So few of our customers here, I will pause here for a second or two so that you can just read what exactly they had to say. So that's the expectation, that's the choice, or for that matter, the decision points that the customer or the consumers nowadays, they have in their mind. What does our patrons receive from us? So we have people responding after using our products. And thankfully, we are very encouraged when we receive such kind of statements. So net, we are talking about the efficacy of our products. We talk about the purity of the ingredients. We talk about the affordability, and most importantly, the balance that we wish to keep with the environment. That is what Urvija is standing for. This good effort of ours has not gone unrecognized, and we have been recognized by FICCI and also by WBIDC, and wherein we were bestowed with this award of innovation and business acceleration. This award is in recognition of a tireless effort in terms of constantly replacing palm oil in the formulation, replacing palm oil with our very basic own lovely ingredients that we have in our environment itself. We are also recognized for upholding the cause of biodiversity and for empowering women and the rural livelihood. We are quite serious about the commitment that we make, and I'm happy to report that in past 2 years, apart from the Ayush and the GMP certification, we have already bagged 2 international certifications. So we are the only brand in India to be boasting about a no palm oil product. So this certification comes from the Orangutan Project, Orangutan Alliance, Australia, and all our products are certified by them. And we also are an internationally recognized and certified vegetarian society and vegan society approved company. I'm very pleased to introduce two of my very critical, pillars in the journey of Urvija. Sri Vaibhav Kumar Roy, he's an avid environmentalist himself. It was his vision of creating a dream of a world where such innocent animals are not going to get crucified and not going to get sacrificed for the sake of so-called material and the economic wellness. We also have Dr. Joyashree Sarkar. She's an eminent Ayurvedic cosmetologist, a PhD in biochemistry. She is the one who's working tirelessly to make our vision a reality. Some commercials. So despite the downturn in terms of the pandemic, the numbers that we see on the screen, India happens to be, and India is going to be among the top 4 countries as far as the demand for the personal care products are concerned. And the way that the companies which are literally queuing up with the offer of natural and clean and cruelty-free products, the share of the pie, it's going to be really very significant of that too. When we look at a market outlook in the year of 2019 to 24, as we can see that it's an accelerating industry, and the CAGR, the growth rate per annum, that's also significant. And this number, we can take a note of this, that this is a global number. For India in 2019, the growth percentage was in double digit. Having said that, with all the crisis of pandemic, all the crisis of COVID, the industry experts are forecasting a growth rate not less than 7 or 8% in India particularly. So there's a huge scope. And the kind of goodness, the kind of wellness wisdom that we have in our country, the kind of professionals that we have in our country, it's a tremendous opportunity for people who really want to bring in quality products, who really want to address the issues of the environment. We come to the end of the presentation, and I would like to leave all of you with the quote of Dr. Arne Naess. And he's the father of this concept called deep ecology, and who also coined the term as the eco-philosophy. And so as he says that all human and non-human beings have long-term interests in common, I think we can have a reminder, a warning, an alarm bell in our mind ringing at the close of this, that if we are actually conscious about the wellness, nothing could address better the concern of our wellness than the need of a true Ayurveda philosophy of interconnectedness in these times of crisis. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, ma'am. It was wonderful to hear you. May I now request Mr. Nikhil Maheshwari? He has patiently waited till end, but I'm going to do a justice with you. And I assure you, we'll try and get you some partner overseas, because you're a young, dynamic boy, and Honorable Prime Minister has already conveyed. If you all have heard, just about 10 minutes back, there was a news on Doordarshan where the Honorable Prime Minister addressed, and he invited the youngsters, come and develop the new apps for India, where the Indians can have more and more apps. So for the wellness industry, Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, naturopathy, whatsoever you can do, try and develop more apps. So I extend a very warm invitation to young, dynamic, yet another Yodha and a warrior, Mr. Nikhil Maheshwari.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the attendees here. So myself, Nikhil Maheshwari, I'm representing here on behalf of Maheshwari Pharmaceuticals. So what I am here to provide you is in nutshell, is what Dr. Gulshan referred to, the pill. We make the pill itself. So all our doctors suggested you the ingredients, all our fellow panelists, how you can work on it, the diabetes mellitus, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. So we work on the pills. That's it. Like we are a more than 25 years old Ayurvedic based pharmaceutical company based in India. We have a Ministry of Ayush certification for our manufacturing body, ISO GMP certification, FSSAI approval. And we have a good network, good marketing network based on ethical marketing. We have a good marketing presence in the Indian market itself with more than 500 products. Our products are based in both patent and classical segment in the Ayurveda. There's a patent segment and the classical segment. Classical segment basically refers to the ones which are manufactured through the Charak Samhita itself. So we have been working on it. We have been in a good line, good dimension, good segment of all of these things. Right now, what we are doing is we are planning for an international expansion. We're looking for an international expansion. We already operate in some states in United States, in some European countries, Romania, for instance. We are working in Romania, we're working in US. So we are looking for international presence. Our network is strong here in India. We're building a stronger network for international market as well. What we make is we work on this basic principle in Indian market, on this basic principle of quality, affordability, and how we can integrate Ayurveda with modern science. So we have products for all the segments. We have a good formulation for all the segments. For instance, our fellow panelist said about diabetes. So he used this herb Gulmar for diabetes. So there's a composition we have made for diabetes itself. It has Gulmar in it, Vijayasar in it. Then it has Dalchini, Giloy in it. So all these herbs, these Indian tradition herbs, we are trying to bring it to the international exposure. Like we're trying our best to go to the international medium and tell about what are the holistic healing process, the holistic healing benefits of Ayurveda. We have a strong presence in the Indian market. We work in around 25 Indian states with a marketing team present in ethical marketing channels. And with products, we have, I have no presentation as of now to present to you, but I am open to your queries. So if you have any queries right now, you can shoot them, and I will just answer to you straight up.
Nikhil, they will take some time to get back to you.
Okay.
You can post your contact or details in the chat box, or you can come on the Facebook page also, because they all are there. You
Okay.
can go on the Facebook page of Dr. Gulshan Sharma, and you can post the things over there so that people can approach you directly. They can reach you out directly.
Sure, I will do that.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we have some classical formulations, some patent formulations we're working upon. And then we work on the US market specifically. For instance, we have a beauty balm, which I talk about, an Ayurvedic beauty balm. Then we have this turmeric latte mixed with black pepper and curcuminoid. So black pepper acts as a catalyst in it. So turmeric latte, we have a turmeric latte. We have a good product range, good manufacturing facility. Our facility is approved by Ministry of Ayush, and like we're working on certain things on how to build a better network internationally, globally. We're working on global network strength. So like if you have any questions, you can shoot, or I'll just look into all the other things also.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Nikhil. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If there would be something, certainly they will get back to you. Anything else would you like to share, or should we proceed?
No, we can proceed. I have already mentioned about my company and how we are.
Okay. I'm so grateful. You can post your details in the chat box also, so that people can get across to you. Thank you very much. Such a pleasure.
Same here.
Yes. Let me just come back to Dr. Anurag Singh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Anurag, I'm not taking the questions separately. You can just give a joint answer for them. That would be much better. If you can give something on the diet and something you can give on the lifestyle. Then I'll ask you two more questions related to that.
Okay, sir. As far as diet is concerned, the formula is just have one carbohydrate in the breakfast, one at lunch, and no carbohydrate after that for the rest.
Where are you? I got to get your photo. Where are you?
Uh,
We have to get your photograph.
maybe
Yes, there
yeah.
you are. There you are. Yes. How can I miss such a handsome doctor? Yes, go ahead. Yes.
I was saying, as far as the diet formula is concerned, the simple formula to remember is just have one carbohydrate in breakfast, one at lunch, and no carbohydrate after that. You can have anything else throughout the day you want with that carbohydrate. So if you have, let's say, a fruit in the morning, then you can have eggs, you can have veggies, you can have keto flour parathas and all that. Basically, one glucose-based carb in the breakfast, one at lunch, and none after that. And you can eat as much of anything else. That's the long and short of it. And as far as the lifestyle is concerned, each body's requirement is different. I'll give two examples. Anything that you do in a happy state of mind and a happy state of life will reduce your blood sugars. For example, if there is a patient who there is a patient of mine. He was a class 10 boy. He was a marathon runner. So he used to train every day in the evening. So throughout the year, whenever he used to go for his evening practice, for him running was his meditation. His blood sugars used to come down. But then came his board exams, and at the back of his mind while he was running was the stress of his exams. So during the board exams, or around the time of his board exams, when he was running and he came back home, so his blood sugars used to spike up. So long and short of it, what I highlighted in my presentation, most important is happiness index, and this is the place where we all falter. If we are stressed out emotionally, professionally, financially, or in any other manner, our cortisols will increase. Then come what may, whatever medicine you take, even our insulin resistance will increase. The insulin that we inject will not work so efficiently, and our sugars will spike. So as far as lifestyle is concerned, please prioritize your happiness index. So simple way of doing that is write down 10 things that you really like to do and would like to do in a month, and grade yourself at the end of the month and see out of those 10 things how many things have you done. So that's your happiness index. And so be very happy, eat healthy, eat lots of fiber, less of glucose, and you can eat anything else. So you can even drink wine or have a glass of wine in the evenings. That's not a problem.
Okay, you'll be so happy to know it is around 1:25 in the middle of the night, and there is a gentleman, Okinawan, yeah, in Japan. And he is mentioning that there is a high carbohydrate diet that explains why Okinawans live longer. And you made a mention that it should be, or it can be taken in the morning breakfast, or it can be taken in the lunch, but not after that.
Yes, for diabetics.
For diabetes, that's what you're talking about. And there is another person who is basically, he's feeling very happy. He says, are you talking about my country? This is from Thimphu in Bhutan.
Yes,
He's telling, are you talking about our happiness index? It is
So
a Lama. It is a Lama from Thimphu.
So basically, as far as carbohydrates, not I'll answer the gentleman who messaged from Okinawa.
Yeah.
So as far as diabetics are concerned, they are challenged in their insulin production or insulin efficiency. So if we add stress, let's say it's equivalent to a factory of 100 workers, and in a diabetic, let's say there are only 50 workers. So if we give the job of 100 workers to 50 in the morning while we have breakfast, at lunch while we have lunch, and also in the evening snacks and at dinner, so they'll get fatigued and they'll eventually reach a stage of failure and they'll start collapsing. So for diabetics, I'm saying, specifically who have a deranged glucose metabolism, if we stress them with a high carbohydrate, high glucose diet, I would put it that way, a high glucose diet, then eventually a high glucose diet will lead to a greater cell death and the reduction of C-peptide, more less of insulin production. And eventually a natural rejuvenation will kick in if we give a 16 hours rest. The logic of taking carbohydrates at breakfast and lunch is that we need energy. So have carbohydrate in the breakfast, you need energy till lunch. Have carbohydrate at lunch, you need energy till dinner. You don't need energy while you're sleeping that much, and you can always have an apple which is rich in fructose. So that's not a problem. So the idea is that from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock next morning, you're giving 18 hours of rest to your beta cells who produce insulin. A natural rejuvenation will kick in. So we don't need, yeah. So that's the logic for that. And as far as the happiness index is concerned, I'm very happy with Bhutan because yes, yes, sir. So the idea is that any criteria that gives you happiness. Now I'm married for, you will be surprised, I'm married for 18 years. And the thing is, there are times when I do prioritize and go out for a drive with my friends. I do walk in the garden outside my house without shoes, without slippers, on grass. These are smaller things of life where we find the joys of life and the feel good factor hormones, the endorphins. So each of us has a different criteria. At the age of 45, I like playing video games. So how many of us are able to detach from the rat race of the modern world and become the master of our minds rather than our minds being our master? And so the idea is to design activities and your schedule in a way in which you release more of feel good factor hormones.
Okay, I'll take one more question for you quickly, because so that you should feel happy. Does music therapy, it's from a lady from Dubai. Yeah. So you should feel very happy. Okay, now this question is, does music therapy help to overcome diabetes?
Yes, sir, it does. It does contribute a lot. The answer is very straightforward. It does.
Okay, fine. I think rest of the questions, you kindly post your details. People want to reach you out, and they're very keen because diabetes type A and that 1 and 2, people are interested. So they would like to have some more therapies and more input. So I would request you that kindly post your details on my Facebook, Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page also, and also in the panelists on the Zoom webinar. That would be very kind of you.
Thank you so much.
I come to Dr. Preeti Chhabra. I do not know by the time I have finished with Dr. Anurag, how many questions are there for you? Lots of people are asking me because they have got a problems, and my non-resident Indian friends and particularly Punjabis, they say that we have to come to India either for the knee replacement or heart rectification or dental treatment and couple of other things which has to be done over here. Kindly give rheumatic arthritis. They are not interested to have that big list of yours. They are not interested. No, they don't want. They want, because most of them, they are Punjabis from Canada, and they are also from the South Hall, London, and they are from different places. So they are asking, please give a simple solution. Ladies are having a problem where the cartridge, knee cartridge, and other kind of things, and they get worn out, and they have a problem on that. And some of the gentlemen, they have got on rheumatic arthritis, a lot of problems. So I would say, can it be avoided in spite of your biological clock?
So it's very important to address one issue in particular. It all depends on your diet and lifestyle in early stages or early years of life.
So kindly give them, they want to know, na? Kindly give them what exactly, give solution.
I would recommend just a few dietary rules which Ayurveda suggests for everyone. Number one and foremost is eat only when you're hungry, and then eat only slight warm food, preserved food which is fully laden with all these preservatives, and high salt diet that has to be avoided. And most importantly, fried stuff has to be avoided as far as possible, because we are not into that much physical activity which consumes all these fats. So people tend to add on more pounds to the body and eventually taxing the knee joints and the spine simultaneously. So it's very important to be active, to maintain maintain an active lifestyle so that your calcium channelization is proper. Devote some time to physical activity in daily routine. Number one. Number two, dietary modifications are very, very important. High calorie laden diet has to be avoided. 5 to 6 helpings of fruits and vegetables are to be included in daily routine. Rich calcium diet and adequate amount of rest. That is also equally important.
डॉक्टर प्रीति मैम,
Yes.
मेरे को लिख रहे हैं इसके अंदर कि मैडम को बोलो कि रिच डाइट, ये डाइट, वो नहीं, आप 5-6 चीजें बता दीजिए कि क्या खाना है.
Sir, वो मैं बता रही हूँ. The only thing is that one shoe doesn't fit all. It is according to your basic body constitution. Like if I recommend ginger garlic in your daily routine for your joints problem, it might cause acidity problem to few of you. So it's very important to consult the right person, the right doctor to choose what best suits you. And fenugreek seeds can be had. Ginger garlic are good additions to your daily routine, which can help you to take care of your arthritis problem. Then cholai, which we called in Hindi, that is amaranthus, and spinach, the sprouts, these can be included in your diet to take care of your joints and maintain their basic inherent health.
There is also a question which is coming on. It increases in winters and rainy season.
Yes, it does. Rheumatoid arthritis would always increase in winters and rainy season because the stiffness increases, the joint gets more cold, and you have to keep the joint warm. You can apply dry ginger powder mixed with a lukewarm water paste on your joints before going to bed so that you can get up fresh next morning. And along with this, you can add a bit of salt also to this dry ginger powder and apply over the joint. Turmeric is also a very good addition because it has a very good anti-inflammatory and analgesic effect that can be consumed boiled in hot milk, as has been recommended by Ministry of Ayush also. It's a very good immunomodulator and a very good anti-allergic also. So regular use of turmeric and dry ginger powder along with hot milk can go a long way in preventing your stiffness and pains, specifically during winters and rainy seasons.
Okay. Some oil, any oil you would like to recommend?
Oil has to be chosen as per the constitution, because if a patient is of cough prakriti, there is different oil, the stage of the joint. Accordingly, we have to choose the oil. As I told you, one glove cannot fit all the hands. So you please consult some good Ayurvedic doctor who can suggest you what's to be chosen for your particular joint problem.
आप मैम हमारे फेसबुक पे अपना डिटेल पोस्ट कर दीजिए डॉक्टर गुलशन शर्मा के पेज पे. एंड सेकेंडली इस वेबिनार के जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनके लिए भी अपना डिटेल पोस्ट कर दीजिए, बिकॉज यू एंड डॉक्टर अनुराग सिंह बोथ हैव गॉट ए कंपटीशन वर्ल्ड ओवर. आई डोंट नो, तो इसलिए आप दोनों का कंपटीशन नेक टू नेक चल रहा है. एंड देयर आर सो मेनी क्वेरीज फॉर यू एज वेल एज फॉर, और डॉक्टर साहब की कुछ और मेरे को इमीडिएटली और क्वेरीज आ गई हैं. तो रेस्ट एश्योर्ड दैट people are more interested and they have got these problems, they have got these difficulties, and they are quite worried about it, and they say that some of them, they have to come to India, but one good news also they are talking about, and I think that day we got on to Switzerland has already considered that Ayurveda insurance coverage is there. So like that some more countries, because there is Dr. Ivana. She is chairperson of, there is an institution called SUMAS, SUMAS. It's under United Nations programs. They are having a bachelor's and master's program on sustainable development. So they say that in Switzerland now, Ayurveda, that treatment is covered in insurance coverage. So Indian government to further think about it and take on that more and more Ayurveda-based therapies should be considered and included in insurance coverages. That part is very important. Most of them, they are requesting for that. And okay.
Sir, I would like to add on one thing. Sorry to interrupt you. In mild to moderate cases, even joint replacement can be prevented if intervention is done early with Panchakaram therapies. We have so many patients who have been recommended joint replacement especially knee joint replacement. And with periodic Panchakarma therapies, this has been prevented, and patients are maintaining a good, healthy lifestyle with their original knees without any replacement. We have many patients of similar kind, and this can easily be prevented.
There's a lady from Ontario that is downtown, Mississauga, and she says that every year she is going for Panchkarma. She's coming to India for Panchkarma, and
Okay.
she's taking treatment over here in Himachal Pradesh somewhere in the
Okay.
interiors. And she says it is very beneficial, but still there is a deterioration of the cartilage of the knees. That part basically.
Sir, it's not only yearly that she has to go through this. She has to, take charge of herself, and there are certain therapies which she can do throughout the year for herself. As is quoted in Ayurveda, we say Abhyangam Acharet Nitya. That means every day you have to massage yourself. And if
Okay.
you massage yourself, it's not only 15 days, 20 days you come to India, get the Panchkarma therapy, and we are through the entire schedule for the year. It's not like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Because immunity and this wellness is something which you have to cultivate, which you have to
Okay.
practice daily, and you have to invest your time and energy into it every day.
Okay.
It has to
Doctor,
be,
doc,
nobody can
doctor,
gift you that.
yeah, thank you. Dr. Anurag and Dr. Preeti, I've got a request once again. I mean to say, see, I got to be very impartial. What do I do? The questions are coming only for both of you. They're asking, is there any journal or is there any monthly magazine they can go through from India which is available so that remedies or everything. एक किताब का नाम लिख रहे हैं वो निरोग धाम कोई there's some magazine or something they are referring to, but they say it is not coming regularly. Is there something which comes regularly?
There are many e-magazines. I can share the details with you on your
Okay.
Facebook page
Okay.
only. These people can
Okay.
clip up that, and I'll definitely share that.
Seeing the total number of queries, which are surpassing almost 1600 for both of you, I give a privilege for a month, both of you, Dr. Preeti Chhabra and Dr. Anurag Singh, I give you a space free of cost on the International Chamber for Service Industry web portal to reach out all the dignitaries abroad in different countries so that you can help the humanity. No money to be charged, nothing, but please help the humanity, because at this point of time, we should try and help humanity and human beings as much as we can. And Anshul Agrawalji, I hope I have your consent on that.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely.
Because you are the Sutradhar, so we have to take your consent because you're the person behind the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, with these words, my deepest regards and great gratitude to, and today is a very important day in the history. All of us, we should know, way back in 1776 to the present day, 4th of July is being celebrated as America's Independence Day. You all are liberating the whole world. You are the warriors. You are Ayurvedists. You are the people, those are giving a new life, new regeneration to the entire humanity. Help the humanity, help globally the people, whatsoever you can do. Try and help as much as you can. And that's the way the whole world can be at peace, and globally, Vasudev Kutumbakam, we all can live like one family. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for this lovely evening, and wonderful to have all of you. Look forward meeting you in the near future. And Anshulji will give a space for a month to Dr. Preeti Chhabra and Dr. Anurag Singh to serve the people abroad, because the queries which are pouring in, there are so many, because people are really having a suffering. And in a polite way, there are more queries from the ladies for Dr. Preeti, and for the gentlemen from the male members for Dr. Anurag. I don't know what is the lifestyle, so that is the way to be taken. With these words, wish you all a very happy evening, wonderful evening, good morning and good day to everybody in Canada, USA, Latin America, and enjoy your coffee and tea in Europe. And of course, good night to everybody in ASEAN countries, and Namaskar and Namaste, and from India and from a soldier, Jai Hind. Jai
Thank you
Hind.
so much, sir. Good night.
A
Thank you so much,
wonderful
sir.
evening
Good night.
and a good night. Good
Thank
night.
you. Thanks
Thank
for
you
a
so much.
wonderful session.